Good afternoon. My name is Carolina. I'm working with Bridget to help put together your beautiful experience to Poland. I have an itinerary to go through here with you. Let me share my screen and we can kind of go through it together, see how the logistics work, maybe jot down some questions for me. Let me know this works. We can move it or change anything you'd like. This is your trip, completely private for the two of you. So we started the trip at the end of April. Winter in Poland is quite an experience. So I want you to be able to arrive when it's springtime, when it's starting to get warm. So the later you can go in spring, the better. You want to avoid the holiday season of Easter, which is in the beginning of April, but end of April, beginning of May, everything's starting to bloom, everything is warming up. It's definitely a good time to explore. But if you can shift this trip to May in general, I highly suggest it. The last time I went, it snowed in the first week of May. So you never know. April 25th, you're going to take an overnight flight from the US to Warsaw, Poland, arriving on the 26th. After you get through customs, pick up your luggage. My team will be waiting for you there. Big sign with your names on it, private car waiting for you to take you to your hotel. It's about a 6-hour difference in time. So you want to make sure that you're acclimating, that you're resting, that you don't start, 100% on that first day, because then you're going to be burnt out for at least 2 or 3 days, as you know, jet lag works. So April 26th, we'll take you to the hotel and you have the rest of the day at leisure to enjoy. There's a beautiful restaurant inside the hotel. The hotel is called Puro Warszawa, which is right in the middle of the modern part of the city, just a few streets from the Palace of Culture, which is, our big building that represents Warsaw. So it's a great location. So if you do get a second wind that afternoon, you can do a little shopping, you can do a little walking around. It's a great place to do that. Now, the next day after breakfast, and that is the B that stands under each date, it means that breakfast is included. Your guide will come back. Will be the same guide that would have picked you up at the airport. The whole idea is for the guide to get to know you, kind of customize the trip. Even as we do it now before you travel, we're going to continue customizing it along the way to make sure you get the most out of this experience and the most out of your visit. So the best of Warsaw comes on April 27th. All the highlights from Łazienki, which is a gorgeous park, to the main Old Town, which is what Warsaw is known for. And every time you see a picture of Poland, you'll either see Old Town Warsaw or Old Town Kraków. And the one in Warsaw is quite interesting because 90% of it was destroyed, and Polish people took quite a lot of care to rebuild it exactly how it was before the war. So we are extremely proud of it. This is actually where I am from. I was 10 years old when I left Poland. So again, all around Warsaw, there are so many highlights, and the guide will show you the best of them. If there are tickets necessary, we have skipped the line tickets, so you're not standing in lines. Łazienki, Pałac Kultury, all of these will be covered in your day. Now, of course, if there are other places along the way that you see that are fascinating, maybe you want to go taste some pączki, which is a Polish pastry, very famous. Then you peek into those doorways. Then you stop along the way. You tweak the trip because the car and the guide was with you for the duration of the day. And then on April 28th, we're going to see some highlights outside of the city. So we're going to go to Chopin's home, which is just outside of Warsaw, and it's very charming. You learn all about the culture and all about the history of Chopin and what he has done and brought to Poland. Again, we are very proud that he comes from our country. And in the evening, to really wrap up that cultural experience around his music, we will have a candlelit concert, and you can hear some of his music. So it's a great combination of making the day come alive. Of course, throughout the day, we have some free time. You can relax. You can enjoy the spa at the hotel. You can go out for a beautiful dinner. We will send you a list of places that we recommend. Of course, our guide is a wealth of information as well. So the whole idea is to make the trip your own. Now, April 29th, this will be our very special day, our very unique day, because we customized it according to your family history, I'm calling it the heritage tour because we will be going on a true road trip of your roots. So we're gonna go to Łomża, we're gonna go to Ciechocin, and we're gonna go to Racz. So all of those three places, and I put it in a little map so you can kind of understand. The red dot is Warsaw, and first we're gonna go to Ciechocin, which is just north. Then we're gonna go east to Łomża, and then again west to Racz, and then we're gonna come back to Warsaw. If we were just to get in a car and just drive this whole circuit, it will take about 7 to 8 hours. Of course, we will stop. Our guide will be prepared to discuss the history of each place, the culture of each place. We're going to organize somewhere to stop for a beautiful lunch so you get a little bit of a taste of these places. In Poland, we drink a lot of tea. We eat a lot of baked goods. There are beautiful bakeries in Łomża that you can enjoy, but each place is very different. One is a little village, one is a thriving city. And so we will make sure that you get the best of this day. Now, if you provide more information to me, maybe perhaps a specific address or a place that some of your family members worshipped in or went to school in, any facts, let us know and we will incorporate it. That way the guide can be the best prepared for you. But I think just going there will be quite exciting and quite a emotional day. So all day we will be exploring these three cities and then return to Warsaw for the evening. Now, I put this picture on here just so you kind of get a glimpse of what life is like. Still, it looks like this outside of Warsaw and outside of large cities. You will see traditional people. I call them indigenous people of Poland. My grandparents look just like this. Their home and barn and everything is just a thriving community. So I'm very excited for you to get a glimpse of Poland outside of the most popular sites that most people will go to. Now, April 30th, we're going to check out of our Warsaw hotel after breakfast. We're going to take you to the train station, and we're going to take a fast train to Zakopane. So Zakopane is in the south of the country. It is the only place that has a mountain range, Tatry, which is very special for us because Poland is known to be one of the flattest countries in Europe. It took just days for our opposition to walk across Europe. That's why. But in the south of the country, we have the Tatra mountains. We have a beautiful culture called Górale here. So we wanted to incorporate that for you in this visit because it's so unique to Poland. So you're going to stay in a chalet because this is a place where we go skiing. We enjoy the mountains. In the winter, you will see a lot of winter sports, but in the summer, it's a healing place. There are hot springs here. There are sanatoriums, which is what Polish people will go and spend a month in to breathe in the fresh air, to go for beautiful walks. So this is truly a place of a retreat. And there's plenty to see all around Zakopane, and we will stay here for 3 nights. So Górale is the traditional local people that live here. Even though they speak Polish, I can't understand them. They have their own dialect. So it's very interesting because it's like a country and it's like a little country in our country. So after arrival, you'll have your free afternoon. You can enjoy the beautiful wooden structured village. And then the next day, our guide will show you the best of Zakopane. So between the funicular, the cable cars, going to the hot springs, going to the mountains, seeing, the local cultural experience, going to a local village where they will invite you in, treat you to our oscypek, which is our smoked cheeses that come from here. It's all shepherds. There's lots of sheep in the fields. It's a beautiful, beautiful place, especially if you go in the spring and everything is blooming and thriving. So you will have time for all the culture experiences, outdoor experiences, as well as wellness experiences, which is at the thermal baths. So enjoy that because it's a beautiful place. That kind of gives you a glimpse of what to do when you have free time as well. And then outside of Zakopane, there's a lot of history. And so we will take you to some castles around it, to some traditional villages around it. This is technically just over the border into Slovakia, but it's worthy seeing it. I know you have an interest in history, an interest in, we've just celebrated 1,000 years of history. So there's a lot to cover. Our guides will be here for you to make sure that your questions are answered, and it's really an interesting full tour for you. So a full day exploring just across the border to Slovakia to see the castle of Oravsky Castle. And then return to Zakopane and then spend the evening in Zakopane. And then on our last destination will be Krakow. So from Zakopane to Krakow is a short train ride. So again, we will take you to the train station, put you in your train, and then I'll pick you up in Krakow. And so once you're there, this is a really bustling city, very, very special to Poland because during World War II, Krakow was not destroyed. So everything is in the old town how it was for hundreds and hundreds of years. So again, a very, very special place. Filled with culture, filled with history. You cannot avoid the World War II history, but of course we don't have to go to some of the sites that are we can focus on museums and history, but we don't have to go to the actual sites of where things happened. So on our tour, our guide will actually do something a little bit more fun. We'll do it in a golf cart, and that way you'll see all the beautiful sites, the markets, the museums. And I know that you have an interest in the winged hussars. So I actually put it on the itinerary, and you will see it throughout where you will see hussar culture. So the Wawel Castle, which is on your tour here, it has hussar, the lobster-tailed pot helmets here. The museum in Krakow has it. I actually put it throughout the itinerary because I know you had some interest. I tapped it in there so you don't miss it. We will, of course, visit the Jewish Quarter, which is such a big part of the history here in Krakow. And then at night, you will have a traditional Polish dinner, and you will see some folkloric dancing. This is not a touristy thing. I mean, obviously, tourists come and visit as well, but us Polish people, we will go and have dinner here as well. We love our culture. We love our music. And so we really support it. So you will see plenty of local families come to this as well, not just foreign visitors. So I just love that we're going to include that for you. That way you can try some pierogi and some kielbasa and some really home cooking from grandma. And then the next day, we're going to take you to Wieliczka. Wieliczka is the largest salt mine. Not only is it a salt mine, but inside the salt mine, there is a proper cathedral. We hold mass here. It's really special. Everything is made of salt, down to the chandeliers, the seats, the stairs, everything is made out of salt. So it is a very, very interesting part of Polish culture here. And of course, you can buy the salt, and it's therapeutic and it's very healthy to go here. So it's part of actually the retreat for people to come down here and stay near the salt. It's very healthy for you. And then I left one day for free at leisure in Krakow. And that's because Krakow has a lot of museums, has a bustling main square. People watching to me is one of the main reasons to come here. So I hope you can enjoy this free day. You can go to the museum. There's a hussar armor in the museum. So if you want to see that, you can do it on your free day. But of course, there's so much art and beauty throughout the city. You can just enjoy it. And day 13, we would take you to the airport in Krakow and fly home or fly to Paris. And I will discuss that with you on a separate note. I just wanted to start here with Poland. There's a lot of information, so I didn't want to have it all muddled up, but let me know your thoughts. Is it too long? Do you want to make any changes? Do you want to add anything? Do you want to spread your Heritage Day into 2 days so we don't do so much driving? We can do that as well. So I'm more than happy to help. Thank you so much for listening, and happy travels.